So good morning, everybody. You're welcome to Trading Pros New York session forecast for the 24th of June, 2024, presented to you by Great White. So without wasting so much of your time, let's get down into what we have today. So the Trading Pros New York session forecast is normally done by 10 a.m. and the end of day is by 10 p.m. The 10 a.m. is a review of the London, Asia and London, and an analysis and forecast for New York session. So for those who are just joining us for the first time. So today being Monday, we don't have any major dollar news during the afternoon session. So New York session might be a bit calm. So without taking so much of your time, let's get down to our pairs. As always, we're going to start off with some changes. We're starting with Euro Pound, US 100, Dollar Index, Euro USD, GBPUSD, Gold, Pound Yen, and Euro Yen. So we're going to start off with the Euro Pound. Why? Because when you have an idea of the Euro Pound strength, you know which of the pairs you're going to trade, which is stronger, whether you have a stronger Euro or a stronger Pound, and you trade accordingly. So if we start off with the Euro Pound on the daily, you can see that price has moved above the previous week's high and into the weekly fair value gap. If we go to the weekly time frame, we can see the fair value gap price is coming into it now. If we drop down to the 4-hour time frame, because that's our highest intraday time frame, we need a body close above this high. That's at 84.68. A 4-hour body close above it is going to confirm this as a change in state of delivery. So what you'll be waiting for then is that once that happens, we're going to have short-term Euro strength. So any retracement into this large down candle is going to be a move to the upside. That means this down candle is going to serve as a possible support zone, because if you notice, it served as a master candle. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 within it. So this break, so with this break above this candle's range, what you do is you pick it, it's 22 pips in range. So a break above will see price move to this place and possibly higher. So that's what we have on the Euro pound for now. So we have short-term Euro strength. So the next we're going to be looking at is US 100. US 100 is still bullish, but we have weakness going into the new week, this long upper week. But the deal here is that this upper week did not close into the body of this candle. So it's still the possibility that this might still retrace a bit before continuing back to the downside. So for now, this last down candle is serving as support. As you can see, price has not been able to close below it, and price is still moving to the upside. And price might still move to the upside. So where I'll be looking at price to come into is this last down candle here. That's this last down candle at 1988.0 to this high. So what you'll be waiting for is something like this, possible moving here, rejection, and they move back to the downside. So that's what we'll be expecting on the US 100. So the next one we're going to be looking at is the dollar index. You're looking at the dollar index. The dollar index has for now a bullish situation. Have a bullish situation. You'll be watching this series of last down candles on the daily. As long as price does not go back below this last bullish candle, this is going to be a retracement for a move higher. As I would say, this is going to be a sell for a buy. So as you can see, price has closed above 105.80. And if you look at it on the weekly, you have price closing above the previous week's high. So this is a retracement. So even if you don't know what to do, you could just pick up the box from this low to this high. That's on the weekly candle. Watch the equilibrium. If we drop back to the daily, you notice that the equilibrium is lining up with this area. So the possibility is that price is going to spike Friday's low and continue back to the upside. So what does that mean for an intraday trader? You'll be waiting for a sweep of this low and a dip into the daily fair value gap and bullish evidence to continue back to the upside. So that's what we'll be waiting for on the dollar index. For those that have sold, it's good, but just keep your stop loss, your profits locked. So the next one we're going to be looking at is EURUSD. So if we're having short-term bearish signs on the dollar index, we're going to be seeing bullish evidence on the crosses. That's the EURUSD, GBPUSD, probably AUDUSD, and NZDUSD. So for now, you can see that price has moved deeply above this fair value gap. And the next objective might be this 4-hour fair value gap here. But this pair is still slightly bearish, but due to the euro-pound weak strength, this might extend a little bit higher. We might see it probably come towards 1.0743. But as long as price stays below 1.0761, this is still bearish. The next way we're going to be looking at is the pound USD. That's GBPUSD. So if you look at the GBPUSD, because of, if you notice, just by looking at this, you'll notice there's a slight difference. The EURUSD has done this, has really moved, but the pound is still trying to find its footing. That's why you need to have an idea of what the euro pound is doing. So this is weaker. And if you also notice, the EURUSD didn't make a new low. The dollar index made a new high, but this didn't make a new low. So that means this is stronger. So if the dollar's strength is to return, you're better off selling pound GBP. That's the GBPUSD, you're better off selling this. So for now, this pair is still retracing. Probably it might, there's a daily fair value gap here. As you can see, price has closed below this level. So what you're seeing is a retracement probably into this daily fair value gap. Then you wait for a rejection and a move back to the downside. So going into New York, we might be seeing bullish strength before a bearish formation and a move to the downside. Next, we're going to be looking at is gold. Gold is short-term, kind of like bearish. As we can see, price is within a master candle on the 4-hour. That's this down candle. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. In the next 14 minutes, it's going to be completely full. If we go down to the 1-hour time frame on this pair, price has dipped into this fair value gap. We also have this set of down candles here. So for this pair, I think I pointed something down on the 1-hour. I posted the trade idea. So what you'll be doing on this pair is you'll be waiting. You can see there's a sharp bounce, but I believe it may still move back down before it continues to the upside. But be aware, this is a buy to sell, because price is reacting from this last down close candle. Let me note it for you guys. This area here, that's where price is reacting from, because this was the other block that was used to make this high. So if they intended to still continue upwards, this other block was supposed to have held. So they've broken below it. So that means that any buy, any bullish move will most likely be sold off. So when you're buying, if you get close to any high, you'd be well advised to take profits and walk away. So for now, if this area holds on gold, that's between 2322.86 to 2317.72. If it holds, you'll be looking for bullish evidence to continue to the upside. Next pair we're going to be looking at is pound yen. This pair, clearly, if you watch the review of yesterday night, it has clearly broken above previous week's high, dipped into this fair value gap here and continued. So give or take, this pair will most likely be going for 202.81. If you move to the left, there's basically nothing else to challenge its rally. Let's see how far we can go. We can find any significant swing high that might challenge the rally. There's basically no swing high that will challenge the bullish run, except for this series of heavy imbalance here, this volume imbalance, this area here. So looking at this pair now, if you go back to the 4-hour time frame, as long as it doesn't go back below 201.73, it most likely might move higher. So the last but not the least is the euro yen. This pair has woken up. You can see price has closed above the previous week's high. So you don't want to take a long here. You might need to drop to your 1-hour time frame. See if it will give you a retracement, then you target 171.60. So that settles it for today's New York session analysis and forecast brought to you by Trading Pro Nigeria Limited. Do you have any questions? Is there any pair you would want me to look at that I didn't touch? You could type it into the box area. Let me unmute all so that you guys can talk easily. So you can now unmute yourself if you want to talk. So you can unmute if you have any questions. Do you have any questions or do we end the class? Okay. Okay, so in the absence of any questions, I wish everybody a blessed and wonderful trading session ahead. Goodbye, everybody, and thank you for attending.